Often when I visit a website, I'm surprised at the number of times I get a mixed message. People seem to want me there to come in and get comfortable, and yet they drive me away by not telling me what they do in a very simple way and why I should be compelled to stay there. We're going to talk about messaging for a few minutes. You know, when you start a company, lots of people get so concerned about the mechanics that they don't take the time to think about how does the customer view what you're doing. Do they know clearly and concisely what you do in just a very short time and why they ought to be interested in it? That's what message development helps you do that. Real quickly, Marketing 101. A logo is not a brand. A brand is a gut feeling, and it's difficult to have a great brand without a clear message. That's especially relevant today because the lines between marketing, advertising, public relations, and branding are very blurred. Up on the left-hand corner, at marketing, I'm a great lover. Public relations, trust me, he's a great lover. Advertising, I'm a great lover, I'm a great lover. And branding, I understand that you're a great lover. It used to be that those were very different ways to approach marketing. Now they're blended together. Another problem is that a lot of the left-brain people who are in charge of strategy have to work with the right-brainers who like pretty pictures. And they all want to say something different. And so they don't come together often enough to develop a messaging strategy to move companies ahead. Finally, the new competition for any business is clutter. It used to be that the company down the street was your competition. Now, cutting through the clutter is a bigger problem in the information age than is any other competitor that you'll ever have. So how do you solve that? One of the best ways to solve it is to develop a well-conceived message architecture that strengthens your brand and distills your message. It looks like it kicked out the last line of that thing. But the idea is that you use a copy hierarchy, a brandscape, and a well-developed message architecture to decide how to talk to people quickly. Message architectures help you formulate and distill your value proposition, decide what your top 3 benefits are, to clarify the features that supports those benefits, and finally to determine what the personality of your company is and the culture. How do you go out? What voice do you use when you go out and speak? A wise Buddhist monk once said that in order for you to have a dialogue with someone else, you must first have a dialogue with yourself. That's the best way to begin a message architecture for your company. Get all the stakeholders in a room together, get a big pile of post-it notes, some markers, and a big whiteboard, and start putting words on those post-it notes and put them on the wall all around the room. Then start to sort of distill those into ideas. What are the most important things that you want to say? And develop a hierarchy of information. Car companies are really good at this. You could go and get a car brochure. You'll notice the first several pages talk about the highest level ideas, very little text. The middle has the features that support those ideas. And then if you want to know the thickness of the brake pad in the back, it's there because it's important. But that information is arranged in a hierarchy that allows you to communicate. Another great way to do this is to buy this book by Marty Neumeier called The Zag, and develop what's called an only statement. What's the statement that you can own, that nobody else in your space can make? You can develop that statement and then use that to pitch and to differentiate yourself. You know, before Burger King coined the idea, have it your way, anybody would have left the pickles off. You could go to McDonald's and say, I don't like pickles. They would have left them on. But Burger King owned that story. They went out and created one of the greatest advertising campaigns of all time based on a simple idea that they owned, a simple story. So you would never consider shooting a movie without first writing the script and knowing how it ends, right? You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint. So why would you launch a company without a strategy in mind? It doesn't make any sense. So that's one of the reasons why you need to do it. Also, it's really important in this day. It used to be you could develop that message, put it in your brochure, or put it on a static website, and it would stay there for 5 years. But now, you're communicating at many, many different engagement points along what we call a digital engagement continuum. Your message is going out in tweets at 140 characters. It's going out on Facebook. It's being disseminated in many, many ways, not just on a static website. All the more reason to make sure that it's clear. Companies like Zappos, who just sold for $800 million to Amazon, use Twitter to disseminate their message about corporate culture. So remember a couple of things. First, it's not about how much you can say, it's how little you can say effectively, just like Crunch Lunch. And also, don't talk about what you make, talk about what you make possible. It's really more interesting to people and it creates dialogue. Clarity leads to understanding. Understanding leads to decision making. People that can make decisions take action, which leads to results. So no matter what your business is, if you're looking for results, start with a clear message first. And I think that's it. I'm Jack Hadley. We're with Lava 7. We're We're a digital engagement marketing agency that's specifically focused on using clear messaging strategies, compelling creative, and social media strategies to move your business ahead and accomplish business objectives. Thank you.